Walking into the lower level of the dining area, Claire saw that several adventurers were sitting at the tables, eating the food. Many of them appearing tired as they shoveled the food into their mouths. As you can see, many adventurers are already able to purchase the food available on this level. Darlena led them into the area. Just like where we were, you have a large selection of food items to choose from. The main difference is the amount of energy contained in the food. Inside the dining area were several Darlenas interacting with the adventurers. Claire figured that the robots were helping the adventurers understand the numerous benefits inside of the guild. Even she felt a little overwhelmed by what was available, though it was appreciated. "What do you want to get?" Hannah asked Claire. Pointing to a section of the level which looked similar to a school cafeteria a la carte line, Darlena said, "Considering what the two of you earned when hunting those horned rabbits, it'll be better to head over to that section. Most of the items can be purchased for a single guild point, compared to most of the items here." Hearing the robot talk about the cost of the food and the limited options, Claire sighed, thinking about the amount of work necessary in order to order whatever they wanted on this level. Leaving behind Darlena, who said it would be available if they need any help with anything, Claire and Hannah made their way to the booth. "Luckily, there isn't a line," Hannah giggled. Claire nodded. It's likely due to the adventurers mainly focusing on taking on jobs or still getting used to living in this place. In front of them was a sign on the back wall of the booth. It listed out food items they could select. I'm surprised about the variety of food items they offer, even in this booth, for how cheap it is. Claire's eyes went round. There were some items that she wasn't familiar with, especially the Eastern foods. "We should get that." Hannah pointed at a dish. Checking out what Hannah was talking about, Claire looked at the item on the board. Two-headed oxtail soup with rice and kimchi, in addition to a brief description of the dish and the sides. Kimchi? Claire looked at Hannah in confusion. "What's that?" Hannah shrugged. "I just figured that's a good use of our guild points, getting food that comes with sides. It's some kind of spicy fermented cabbage. The soup sounds good too. I'm interested in what two-headed oxtail tastes like, to be honest." She grinned in anticipation. Seeing it came from a two-headed animal, it made Claire think about the monsters inside the game. A part of her had a thought about why the food was unique compared to the rest of the underground city and why guild points were necessary. Walking up to the counter, there was a place that had several buttons that could be pushed. Its appearance was similar to a vending machine. Each of the buttons was beneath a dish that was on the menu. On the right side was an image of a person's wrist in addition to the bracelet and flashing lights. Claire reached out to the machine and tapped her bracelet to it. After it turned solid green and indicated that the scanner had the information, she pushed the button for the two-headed oxtail soup. "Please wait for your food in the pickup area." Darlena's voice was heard out of the machine. Claire moved to the designated area marked on the floor. It wasn't long before Hannah was finished ordering her food and waiting next to her. As she waited, Claire turned to observe the other adventurers. She was curious about what they were like and how they were handling the transition. Some of them looked pretty worn out. Claire thought to herself when seeing what looked like a family eating at a table. Their bodies were thin and gave off the impression that they hadn't eaten decent food in ages.